can't get off this world. The sickening taste, homophobic jokes, and their jets of fascist votes.
He's doing the weight, so I'm here to support. So just in case there are those who want to bark or scold him.
Their first fight was, then wow, we are in for a treat on Saturday.
Now, no doubt, look, I'm sure this man here will try and box, try and be smart and try and use his feet and hands.
The final press conference between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn erupted with tension long before either fighter even addressed the cameras. What shocked the room wasn't the fighters, but the fathers. Chris Eubank Sr., with his trademark calm authority, dismantled
So whoever told Nigel that I was paid whatever sum of money, they lied to you. And in you actually spouting what they've told you makes you a liar. So expose who told you that lie in order to actually...
Nigel Benn's composure in seconds. One moment Nigel was trying to appear unfazed, and the next he looked visibly shaken, fumbling for composure as Eubank Sr.'s words cut straight through his confidence. Conor Benn, standing beside him, seemed embarrassed watching his father crumble under the weight
of the price. So whoever told Nigel that I was paid whatever sum of money, they lied to you. And in you actually spouting what they've told you...
Of real pressure yet again. Eubank Sr. didn't just protect his son. He exposed weaknesses in Nigel's credibility and confidence so brutally that even the crowd sensed the shift. Nigel tried to pretend he wasn't bothered, but every defensive line, excuse, and nervous laugh made the opposite clear.
I'm Indian.
Weird. I don't like
it. It really doesn't affect me personally. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do exactly what I did to you in April. I'm gonna take your soul.
I was back in the gym on the Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. So you
like a good sparring session.
Your soul will be getting taken.
I was back in the gym on Sunday, ready to go again. While you were crying about your flipping tongue now. Don't come here with that, Chris. You got.
His words revealed nerves, not clarity. And for many watching, the question became unavoidable. If Nigel Benn can't handle simple verbal confrontation, how can his son withstand the psychological and physical pressure Chris Eubank Jr. brings inside the ring?
Said, I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Two guys that probably let the skill go out the window and just showed heart, determination and a will to win beyond anything we've seen before. And Saturday night, you're going to get it all over again.
The atmosphere in the room flipped instantly. All the desperation coming off both Benns became almost tangible. This wasn't the calm before the storm. It was the storm. Chris Eubank Jr., standing behind his father, mirrored...
What to do was rip his head off. And what did my son want to do? Rip his head off. So we went in there with a different outlook on the first fight. Both of us, we both went in there just throwing punches from South Africa, Germany, all over the place. No control.
I mean, you hated the man, didn't you?
Senior's energy with cold precision. While Nigel and Conor reacted emotionally, Eubank Jr. stayed still, composed, and calculating. Every expression said the same thing. I am in control here. Whenever Conor tried to defend his father or throw verbal jabs,
head-to-head, it looked like the two dads wanted it more than the sons. Yeah, and it's different. There was so much anger and hatred before.
Junior turned them into weaknesses, exposing holes in Benn's emotional armor. The clash of father-son energies on both sides created a chaotic, combustible tension that felt ready to ignite at any second. Eddie Hearn, watching closely,
Conor has him. Yeah. He's rocking. His legs go stiff. You just need the composure in them moments, and then you set it up. You attack the body. You get him to drop his hands again. The next heavy temple shot, chin shot, whatever, it's gonna rock and put him over. The ropes might keep him up. I believe we may see a knockdown Saturday, but ultimately, I think it'll be a real.
Described the moment perfectly afterward. According to him, this wasn't about technique or game plans or boxing IQ. This was pure fire. Two fathers, reliving a rivalry soaked in decades of bitterness and legacy. Two sons inheriting history they never asked.
I just believe in Chris's skill and his will that he has. You know, Chris always the one that he wants to win. He got that killer instinct. And once you got to get a fighter like that, it's
for, but must now carry into the ring. Hearn captured the emotional reality that every fan could sense. The press conference wasn't an accessory to the fight. It was the opening round. Nigel Benn's own words revealed the raw, almost primal nature of this rivalry. Every time he tried to talk, emotions ran ahead of logic. These were not two men reliving a technical boxing match. These were two icons revisiting a battlefield of pride and legacy. And as they clashed verbally, their sons stood as living reminders of the history, emotion, and responsibility this rivalry carries.
And he's brought in Bomac, one of the best trainers in the world. What does that tell you? Because he knows he's got to be better. If he's not better this time, he loses. And, you know, he's taking it seriously, and so he should.
It is no longer about belts or rankings. It is about proving something deeper. Adam Smith articulated the core truth of the event. What we witnessed was the father's obsession with dominance and legacy. Every gesture, every stare, every word was drenched in years of unresolved hostility. Smith pointed out that this press conference was less about boxing technique and more about legacy warfare. Beneath all the heated exchanges resides a message. The real battle often begins before the fighters even step inside the ring. But Tony Bellew, always grounded in
the fight, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if Eubank loses. I don't really see that happening. Again, he's fighting a career-best welterweight. He knows that. From a psychological perspective, when you know you've got a smaller guy in front of you, you kind of start 2 or 3 rounds up in your own mind. So, like I say, when you look at the fight, it wasn't close enough to warrant a win for Ben. He didn't win it.
Realities of actual combat shifted the conversation right back to the ring. So, he reminded fans that while the father drama makes headlines, strategy and composure will decide the outcome. The sons still need to fight. They must manage pressure, control exchanges, and avoid being swallowed by the emotional war around them. Bellew underscored that legacy may shape the storyline, but skill and mental toughness will shape the finish. That's where Chris Eubank Jr. begins to stand apart. Bill Marmark highlighted something many overlook: Eubank Jr.'s unshakable focus. Amid all the chaos surrounding Sr. and Nigel, Jr. remains a...
And I think Eubank Jr., if he gets this win, and there's a new lease of life maybe under Bomac, 2026, maybe finally he could become a world champion. But he's got to get past Conor Benn first. And Conor Benn, not just hungry for revenge, he believes he can win this because of what happened first time round, because he went 12 rounds at middleweight, up in class, after a long layoff. Some people fancy Benn.
A competitor forged by discipline, self-belief, and relentless work ethic. While the fathers steal the spotlight, Junior quietly positions himself to dominate inside the ring. His determination, sharpness, and killer instinct are not inherited. They are earned. Eddie Hearn added another crucial layer. Junior's decision to bring in Brian Bomac McIntyre wasn't just a training choice. It was a statement of intent. With Bomac comes accountability, structure, and a higher standard. Hearn emphasized that Junior's willingness to evolve shows professionalism beyond ego. He knows past performances aren't enough anymore. He knows improvements must be made, and he's making them. The presence of Bomac isn't symbolic, it's transformational. It signals to the entire boxing world that Junior is entering this rematch with renewed sharpness, refined technique, deeper discipline, and a complete game plan.
Murder somebody, we will not find out, at least for about 20 years. Yeah, but if other people murder people, they don't like to brag about it. He don't brag.
Fans should recognize this shift. Eubank Jr. is not coming to repeat history. He is coming to elevate it. Duke McKenzie dove straight into the psychology. He pointed out that Eubank Jr.'s composure gives him an immediate advantage over a smaller, more emotionally reactive opponent like Conor Benn. Jr. has the physical edge, the confidence edge, and, crucially, the mental edge. Mackenzie highlighted that their previous encounter was never truly competitive. Jr. controlled the tempo, range, and exchanges. He dominated not only physically, but psychologically. This is the pressure Conor must face again, only now amplified. To Mackenzie, Jr.'s preparation is not just technical, it is psychological mastery. Conor Benn enters the ring not just fighting a man, but a presence. Adam Smith returned with perhaps the most
I've seen in previous fight what I had with him that I say it's the confidence level that he have going into this fight.
Of course, obviously going into this fight, Eubank thought like he had a point to prove, obviously with the legacy of the fight, and then now everyone expects him kind of to.
Intriguing point of all, the stakes for Eubank Jr.'s career. A victory here is more than revenge or pride. It could reignite his path toward a world title run in 2026. Under a new trainer, with a new system and a new mindset, Jr. has a chance to reboot momentum. But the path won't be easy. Conor Benn carries belief from going the distance before. He believes he can survive. He believes he can win. This sets up a perfect storm, physical skill crashing into psychological warfare. Derek Chisora then shed light on what makes Eubank Jr. so uniquely dangerous. Unlike fighters who rely on single explosive punches, Jr. uses combinations crafted with surgical accuracy. His strikes aren't thrown for flash, they're thrown to create chaos. Chisora explained how sparring partners feel this pressure instantly.
Conor is a far better fighter than Chris Eubank Jr. is a boxer. Technically, yeah. And that's the problem that Chris Eubank Jr. is having. He's got this thing in his mind, he's a masterful boxer. No, you're not. No. I'm sorry, no, you're not.
Every flurry forces reactions that open up new angles. Every rapid series of punches is a trap disguised as offense. Calm control paired with explosive execution. That duality defines Jr.'s identity in the ring, and it's why he can dismantle fighters physically and mentally at the same time. Bomac's words further illuminated the psychological mechanisms behind Jr.'s confidence. He pointed out that Eubank Jr. enters the ring with purpose. Every fight means something. Legacy, pride, statements, proving doubters wrong. He internalizes these motivations and shapes them into mental sharpness. Entering this rematch, the pressure is heavier, but so is the clarity. Everyone expects Jr. to win, and instead of folding, he thrives under expectations. That's the mind of a champion in the making. Tony Bellew, however, offered a warning. He said, although you've been
up for this particular fight now, because now it seems to be the conversation is between Eddie Hearn and Chris Eubank Jr. I thought he was fighting Conor Benn. I thought that was the interesting fight side of things. And I'm tired of this. Listen, it was a good fight, and lots of people give it a lot of comment.
Eubank Jr. has the mental edge. Conor Benn might be the more technical fighter. Jr.'s confidence, sometimes bordering on delusion, can fuel brilliance or create openings for disaster. His belief in himself is powerful, but it must be balanced with tactical intelligence. Bellew's insight captures the heart of this rematch. It won't be decided by power alone, but by the battle between belief, skill, and adaptability. Simon Jordan added a different perspective altogether. He criticized how media narratives overshadow the real fight. Promotion, hype, and dramatic soundbites dominate headlines, but the ring will expose truth. Jordan reminded fans that narratives don't win fights. Punches do, strategy does, preparation does. And Eubank Jr. must rise above not just Conor Benn, but the noise surrounding the event. As the press conference ended, one thing was undeniable. This fight has evolved into something far bigger than a simple rematch. The intensity between Senior and Nigel has poured gasoline onto an already explosive rivalry. Every psychological jab, every stare down, every emotional slip has set the stage for a battle defined not just by punches, but by heart, legacy, and pride. Chris Eubank Jr. enters the ring focused, trained, mentally sharp, and armed with new tools. Conor Benn enters believing he has unfinished business. The fathers enter with decades of emotion still burning. Fans should expect strategy clashes, intense exchanges, and moments where mental fortitude decides everything. The narrative may be loud and chaotic, but the truth will be written in the ring. Don't miss a second of what promises to be an unforgettable clash.